All right, guys. Let's go ahead and start. There's one more person signed up, but she's not here yet. So we'll just go ahead and start. So let's come on up sitting. Take a moment to center in our bodies and arrive in a present moment. So let's do a little bit of breathing beforehand. So let's breathe alternate nostril. We bring the middle finger on the forehead between the eyebrows. And we breathe in through the right nostril. And then as we exhale, we cover the right and exhale through the left. Inhale right. Hold at the top. Exhale left. Continue. As you breathe, you want to bring your attention to the eyebrow point where you are pressing onto to activate the pineal gland and the pituitary behind it. When the pineal gland is complete and balanced and activated and juicy, those impulses will flow through the pituitary gland, making that cycle complete. So we have this sense of balance and well-being in the body. So let's continue to breathe this way to allow this energy to flow through the meridians and through the hormonal system. Your eyelids are closed, but your eyes are looking up and in, focusing between the eyebrow. That makes that intention. Focusing on that triangle, the tip of the triangle. All right, and release. Notice your body and your posture for a moment. And we'll continue with some neck release here. So bring the right hand to the left knee and drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Bring the left arm up and walk it back and down, opening a little bit more in that shoulder and base of the neck. Just notice here the circulation, the meridian flow, the resistant points, and try to penetrate through those resistances with the energy of the breath and your mind intention. We'll work today on this upper part of the body, neck and shoulders, and then we will go to the low back and hips. Now bring the chin down towards that right collarbone and feel a little bit more elongation. If you want a little bit more cross action, bring this right hand and grab against your deltoid here on the other hand. So you're pulling a little bit as the left arm goes back. Just have a little intention here of cross action. And now start to move the head gently, looking right down at your right shoulder, and then a little bit up to the left side. Exhale. Look back, feel that release. Inhale. 2 more, just like that, very gentle, very mindful movement. Just noticing what is there that's in the way of this movement and transforming it. Stop one more time. And inhale, release the right hand. And then the left, and come back to center. Just notice the 2 sides of the neck. You're gonna feel like somebody's pulling your length as you hear, this one is kind of short. So let's do the opposite now. Left ear towards the left shoulder, left hand to right knee, and start to feel this other side opening. Right hand up and back. And start to notice the sensations. And first, you may notice the differences between the 2 sides. Just for information, not for judgment, just knowing where things are tight and stressed and dense. And start to move the head up to the right, down to the left, and slightly back over the shoulder. And grab that deltoid with your left arm and continue the movement. And exhale and hold again for 2 more breaths. All right, gently release that left arm first and then the right, come back to center. Let's bring the chin to the chest, lengthen the back of the neck. And then we're going to do a crazy neck movement just to move this neck in the horizontal direction, sliding. From the chin to the chest, we're going to slide up and back, and then forward and down. Like you're trying to get a golf ball and squeeze it against your chest, and you roll back, and then you release it. A forward circle. Very slow, sliding, mindful movement to allow the cervical vertebrae to open, to release, create space, and to release some fluids. Okay, now we'll reverse the movement, chin to the chest again. We're gonna slide out, up, back, and down. So the opposite, circling backwards now. Detoxifying the cervical vertebrae, all this tension, all this toxic stress we hold in the system. Neck and shoulders get a lot of it, and then the hips do as well. So it takes a while to release this very stagnant and very embedded tension. You may have to do several practices to feel freer. Okay, last one. All right, switch the legs the other way. We're gonna stay here a bit more. So let's do the vagus nerve reset. Bring the index finger to your chin and press the chin slightly back. So you lengthen the back of the neck. And then keeping the head forward, we're gonna bring the gaze to the left. So look over to the left side of the room. Seeing the wall on the other side. Bring the gaze back, look straight ahead, reposition the spine. Press again and look over to the right. This is good reset for a parasympathetic system. So we kind of stop the sympathetic response from fight, flight, or freeze. We subside, we come back to rest and digest. So it tells the nervous system to slow down. Good, and bring the gaze back. And now turn the head all the way to the left, over your shoulder. Look back, 2 more breaths. And bring it back. And now gaze over to the right. And inhale back. Now to make sure everything on the neck works just right, bring the chin to the chest again, and we'll do a full circle. It's very slow, very mindful movement. And reverse direction now. Okay, now we're gonna bring our hands with the claw hands like this. I'm gonna tap right below the rib cage to activate the spleen meridian. Right, a little bit on the rib cage and a little bit under the rib cage. So your thumb is like right on the rib cage. You can go a little bit sideways to get a little bit more to the liver and pancreas. Just talking to our internal organs a little bit. So this is gonna increase our spleen, which is a detoxifying agent in the body. So we need that help. Okay, now we're gonna tap on K27, which is right here at your collarbone. You find a notch when you drop down, right in the middle of the collarbone. You drop down and you find a tender point here. It's the end of the kidney meridian, where the energy from yin transfers into yang. So it's a transition point. So we're gonna press here either with 2 fingers. It's gonna be a little tender at first. Breathe in, and as you exhale, let the fingers release the pressure, and then inhale again. And then exhale, release the pressure. Just do that a few more breaths. Pressing in as you inhale, releasing as you exhale, to enhance this kidney meridian flow. And now we can tap on the whole chest area for the lungs and the thymus gland. This is very good also for any of those cough issues, mucus release from the chest area. If we get asthma or allergies, it's good to start this in the morning to help that be released. All right, now one more point we're gonna tap. Stomach 3 is right below the eyes and the cheekbone. So we're gonna tap right here, right on the top of the cheekbone to increase that power of the stomach. All right. And if in any day we don't have any time to do any yoga or anything major, you can do about 3 minutes of this stuff and you will kind of get things moving and flowing for you. The other quick fixes we can do, you can stop on that one. There's 3 points on our hand. So we can press in the middle of the hand. This is a big meridian of chi flow. So when you have your hands like this, you can actually draw chi or energy in the middle of your palm. So you're gonna press to enhance this area. It's right in the middle of your palm. You press with your opposite thumb. As you inhale, you press. As you exhale, you release. So do that about 6 times. Inhale and exhale. This corresponds to the heart meridian. So activates the heart in a good, balanced way. And then we have another one in the web between the index and thumb. We have this web here. We can have it closed and it's gonna be like that skin. We're gonna go in that fold and put pressure right there when it's kind of tender again. This is gonna tell the nervous system to calm down. It releases any neck and under the head tension that can cause headaches. Or it's even good to do when you have a headache, you will make it go away. Just breathe in as you press. As you breathe out, you release the pressure. 6 more times or 6 total, just to get the idea. And of course, you can do it on both hands. So we're just gonna do the one to kind of remember those points. Okay, another point we can work with is right above the wrist on the inside. We put 3 fingers here and measure 3 fingers width, and we press at that end point where the 3 fingers help. So here you can go with 2 fingers, or you can go with your thumb and the other fingers in the back of the arm. Put pressure, inhale, and exhale, release the pressure. This is for the digestive system, for the elimination system, rather for the intestine. It's a point for the intestines. And if we ever feel like bloated or, we ate some funky stuff, and it's gonna release the gas from the system. So it's good for that. 2 more cycle of breaths. And then of course you can do the other side. All right, just to review, center of the palm for the heart meridian. This is for the head and neck tension in the crease of the 2 fingers. And then 3 fingers above the ankle of the wrist. Press and hold, that's for elimination, digestion. It's also good for seasickness if you're seasick. And that's maybe just a little lower, just a finger width lower. So, all right, let's move on to some other fun stuff. Let's come to a puppy pose now. Get your elbows on the floor. So we're gonna keep the hips high, knees are under the hips, and we'll drop the chest down, creating this puppy kind of pose. So let the belly sink heavy, the chest dropping towards the floor. The head sinks towards the floor. Make sure you don't hold any tension in the neck, so move the neck a little bit. And then let it go and sink forward and down. Deepen the breath, lengthen the exhalation. Get your body relaxed. Get the mind to be aware and present in this moment. Just watching the body, observing the sensations, receiving the benefits, acknowledging the release. All right. Now for the second part of this pose, we're going to sink all the way down to child's pose with the forehead down. Stretch the arms out and then walk them to the right, opening the left side of the body. Breathe into your lateral side from the left hip crest to the left armpit. Inhale and gently walk it back to center. And now walk the hands towards the left and notice the right side releasing and opening. Press the hips back and down towards your heels and just feel that release. Breathe strongly into the side body.
Lengthen the inhalation. Have a little pause at the top of the inhale. And then exhale fully, lengthening as you exhale. Inhale, bring it back to center. Let's do a little bit of work for the toes. Bring your toes under. And then walk the hands in and sit back on the heels as good as you're able until you feel a good stretch. So you do like a broken toe pose. So shift enough weight in the hands so you can have good enough weight in the feet, but not too much. You decide how much you want to put there. And you can rock 3 or 4 times back and forth to get those toes a little stretch. Touch the floor, lift back up. One more time. And stay in that point in the middle, maybe, where you feel somewhat comfortable, but not super comfortable. You want to feel that you're working on those toes, activating them, so we can improve the circulation and the flow of chi. Okay, that's enough for those frail toes. Switch to the side of the mat now. And get your blanket or your bolster in front. We're going to come to a frog pose where we open nice and big. Bring the feet further out in the knees. And then drop your body forward to the block or to the blanket, whatever you need in front of you here. Keep your hips aligned with the knees and just let this pose take effect. The groin, the hip flexors, the lymphatic system is addressed here, the spleen meridian. A lot of good work happening, so take your time, breathe and hold. Regulate the breath again. As you breathe in, slower and longer, the heart rate slows down and gets a chance to take a little rest and recovery. And it gives our brain a chance to slow down as well. In July, we're gonna have a Qigong class starting, guys. I'm gonna do Qigong on Sundays instead of yoga. So it'll be so much fun to learn more about the energy flow and activate it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And get more energized for summer. More minutes. This also brings a lot of blood circulation and chi in this area of the body that is a lot, the time is compressed. So we are opening the lower gates or the qua. So the energy can flow from the upper body to the lower body normally and naturally. Jane, what does qua mean in Chinese? What does qua mean in Chinese? Qua, what does qua mean? Because I'm sure this is a Chinese term. Qua, does it mean anything? Okay. All right, so when it refers to this area of the body in the groin, yeah, it's lower gates. Yeah, that's what that means. Qua means lower gate or gate. Oh, it's just this area. Okay, because they also call it the lower gates. So as you open this, that means the energy will flow down. Like a gate, you have a gate that stops the flow and then you open it. So yeah, the qua, and then if you activate the qua, you open the lower gates. That means. Does it make sense? This area, yeah. Yes, yes, and they call them the lower gates because if you open this area, you're gonna have this gate open so the circulation, the chi can flow from the upper body into the lower body, into the legs. So, right, it's a, oh, you're right, that's a Qigong term, I think, to kind of explain what it does. If it opens the qua, that means it's good. Yeah. Tai qua. Oh. Ah, okay. Kai qua. Yeah, okay. It opens the gate. Okay, perfect. Good to know. Okay, thanks. It makes more sense. Okay, so let's release that. Let's sit back a little bit to release that, or come into a child's pose to recover for just a couple of breaths, because that was intense. Let's do 2 breaths, 3 breaths here in child's pose. Okay, let's go ahead and inhale and come on back to sit again. We're gonna bring the legs in front and we will do a nice and easy forward fold. So knees stay bent to begin with. We're gonna rest our chest on the thighs. Then we pick up the feet and we just lean forward onto the legs, keeping our chest on the thighs at all times. So first, knees bent, chest on the thighs. And from there, maybe you press your heels out until you feel a good, comfortable stretch. It's not gonna be the legs straight. This is not about the legs being straight. It's about opening the back. So the legs may stay here, that's okay. And drop your head towards your knees. And if you wanna even rest for your head, you can put a blanket here, rest your head down. So we're gonna stay here a bit to open up the lumbar spine. L4 and L5 get really compressed and they get injured because of that compression. We lose our disc space, we lose the fluid between the vertebrae in the interstitial spaces, and then we get uncomfortable. So this is a time to recover this area, to open. So release your head forward and let the body do what it needs to do. You just watch. No forcing here. Just find a gentle, easy position to begin with, because the hold and the gravity pull is gonna do the work for you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Inner gate. Yeah. This is outer gate. Oh, the outer gate is for the spirits? Okay. Oh, okay. Get you up to the. Okay, great. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, because this is in, or the heart meridian. This is yang, the lung. So inner, outer, and I didn't know it's connected to the spirit. That's a good one. Okay. Oh, so use this for sleep too. Perfect. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. There's all kinds of gates in the body, right? Let's receive here. Just allow. Let your body go. Let it hang. No doing, just observing. And here, as we sit long enough, you may notice the sensation of tingling or activation from one leg or the other going up towards the spine. So whatever tension or stress or resistance we have in this area is going to start to want to come out. So first what it does is going to travel up towards the spine to centralize, and then it's going to be released from the spine. But so you can feel something going up your leg is trying to travel up to the spine to be resolved. So it's a good thing. And it usually happens in your more tight or tense and resistant leg. When the hamstring is tight on one side, it's going to pull everything else. The pelvic floor attachments, all those nerves, the hamstring itself, and the sciatic nerve is going to be tight and compressed. So it's going to release all of that. It just takes a little time. So we're going to stay here longer. And here we're giving the body a chance to transform and transmit the energy of pain, of discomfort into something better, more useful. And we get to heal our body. If you really have a deep problem in this area, you can hold until it's released. It may take 20 minutes, but you will be released. Because the body has the power to heal. We just have to give it time. But we're not patient enough, and we go for the medication cabinet first. All right, let's inhale and slide up slowly. We're gonna do one to kind of open up more of the upper back. So we're gonna bring the left knee is bent and down to a half lotus, and the right knee comes towards the body. So now I'm gonna hold this knee with both arms, bring the chin to the chest, and I'm gonna try and get that forehead close to the knee. Now we breathe into that middle back. Between the shoulder blades, you're gonna feel that area opening, expanding, and that's where you feel like you wanna breathe into, in that upper back area, between the shoulder blades and under the shoulder blades. And at the base of the neck. And it's gonna be a little bit constricted in the throat since you have the chin down. So it's gonna make it hard to breathe, so you have to kind of work with your breath at the same time. So maybe you wanna inhale first, and then hold the breath in to help it expand in that back area. And then exhale, and then inhale again, and then you curl the head back down. If you feel you cannot breathe that way, you can always lift the head as you inhale and then drop it down and hold it, and then you release and exhale. So you can come in and out, but you want to hold that breath in and help it travel in the body. All right, inhale and release that side. We'll do the same on the other side. Bring the right leg down, left knee out in front. Grab it in close to the body, bring the chin to chest, exhale, and inhale, tuck in. All right, release that area. We'll go down to the mat with a bolster underneath our armpits. We're gonna lay down And we may need a block on top of the bolster to have the head on the block. So here, hips are on the floor, chest is open, and knees can be bent to begin with the knees coming in close and feet to the edge of the mat. So let your arms hang down towards the floor. Head is resting on the block. Chest is open. Knees hugging together. And take the belly breath here. Imagine you breathe into the lower belly. Let go of any tension in the upper body. Let the chest be open, taking in all the energy of the deep breaths. The lungs are expanded to maximum capacity, so you can breathe in all you want, all the prana you want is available to you now. And you're drawing in and soak it in. Receiving this energy of life free from the universe in your body. This pose gives a chance to the spleen and pancreas to receive some new energy. Stomach as well, the liver. So breathe intentionally into these organs. Imagine your liver on the right side under the rib cage. Take a couple of breaths there. Send your liver some attention, some energy, and some love. And then come to the middle of the body, right below the rib cage, to the stomach. Then travel a little bit more to the left under the rib cage for the pancreas. All right, now we'll transition to the right side. So we're gonna be right under the armpit still. And maybe the arm rests on the block, and then bring the other arm above and grab the opposite elbow. So your head rests on your right bicep there, like cradling your head in a frame. Okay, yeah, and make sure your block is under your arm, yes. Nice, and breathe into this right side, under the arm, axillary area for good lymph flow. These 3 lobes of the lungs here get to breathe. Just really open all the way to the hip crest. If you want to work the lower body, bring that left leg back behind the right, step into that left foot. To open that hip, it's gonna rotate it up and out a little bit. Your area around the heart gets to release and soften. Breathing into the heart center and the side of the heart. Opening up any blockages, letting go of any walls, penetrating through any hard shells you may have around your heart. Just getting to release, to let go of your protection. Inhale, bring that leg back. And gently and softly turn around to the other side. You'll have your left side on the bolster and left arm down. Make a frame for your hands and open up through this right side now. Breathe, expand into the breath. Let the breath expand and open your body. Free up some tension, let go of some stress. Release some negative emotions. Through the out breath, your whole body can breathe if you allow it. When the body is open and relaxed, it actually breathes through all the body cells. When we are tight, contracted, stressed, and afraid, life kind of shrinks. So bring that right foot back behind the left for the last couple of minutes. Take notice, how does it feel on this side? What are you finding? What information can you retrieve from the body? What messages are you getting? Okay, now last few minutes either in Shavasana or go back on your bolster with the chest open. Or put a bolster on your legs now if you like. Just whatever feels good. Cover your blanket if you need it. And I'll read you a poem. Letter from the Higher Self. Your life is yours, only truly yours. Beyond the watch, there's a light, a faint ray of light beyond the prison cells. Muster up the courage and might. Get up, unchain your spirit, and follow that light. The more you follow it, the stronger it gets. Go into the world and share your truth. Light from light, true life from true life. Lighting up the world with a sea of enlivened and enlightened souls. The moon is up, the waves are gathering, whispering, lamenting, and then crashing. The tide has come, the time has come. Together we are unstoppable. We can't defy death, but we can deny and defy death while alive. Keep your spirit high, keep it lit. Stroke the fires of your desire. Most of all, stay true to your life. Stay true to you and watch the gods delight into your offerings. Do not be dead alive. Do not be dead while living. That's what I say to you. I say to you. I say to you. Let's slowly and gently wake up the body, move the fingers and toes, rub the hands, rub the feet. Get those meridians activated. Stretch the arms up overhead. Energize your body. Bring the knees to the chest. And let's take a moment to gather some energy. Reach your arms out. Bring this energy into your body. Give yourself a hug. One more time. Inhale, gather more chi. Bring it in, hug again. And inhale, gather more chi. Bring it into your heart. Share it with the world. Namaste. All right, good. You're welcome. Remove some chi. Now we can have a good sleep tonight.